What's up, Navigating Academia family? This is your buddy, Dr. J. Phoenix Singh, coming at you to be able to answer a valued viewer's question. Now, per usual, before we get started, guys, you know that I love you. Please do me a huge favor and help the channel out for free by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you enjoy academic content, and letting your friends, colleagues, and students know about the channel. Sincerely appreciate it. If you guys want to support the channel in other ways, you can go ahead and book a session with me down below so that I can help you one-on-one. We have a variety of new hours that are now available, and of course it has been so much fun and one of the true delights of my life to be able to, over the last 3 years, help you guys out. Get into grad school, help you guys get your dream postdoc, help you guys figure out how exactly to be able to get in touch with your dream mentors to be able to work with them, and of course how to be able to get published via Publication Academy. And be sure to check out Publication Academy as well, which is the largest online suite of trainings developed by me last year to be able to help you guys publish in high impact journals. So the website for that one is www.publicationacademy.com. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Today's question comes from Maria. Maria, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate the kind words. So let's go ahead and jump into Maria's question, guys, and then I'll answer it for you, okay? So here we go. This is what Maria asked. This was asked on a video of mine called How to Approach Potential Graduate School Supervisors, okay? So here we go. Thank you, Dr. Singh. I'm from Argentina, and I will reapply to clinical psychology, PsyD, and PhD programs. I subscribed to your channel and understood some of my mistakes. Last year, I had not contacted any of my possible mentors, and I didn't get accepted. This year, I start working with some important professionals in Argentina who know some of my possible mentors in the US. My question is, when is a good time to ask my contact to refer me if the application deadline is December 1st? Your videos are really helpful for international students. Thank you so much. Again, Maria, really appreciate you being a subscriber and for watching. And guys, if you guys have any questions for me, please do feel free to put them down in the comments below, especially if you're an international student. Remember that my doctorates are not from the US, they're from Oxford, so over in the UK, and University of Constance, which is in Germany. So I was in the same situation as many of you, even though I was also a faculty member at universities in the United States, so I understand how it works in the US as well. Same thing with the Middle East, since I was a Fulbright scholar, a senior Fulbright scholar and law faculty member in Israel. So we can go ahead and talk about that sometime if you would like. So Maria, there's a bunch of stuff to be able to talk about here. First, really proud of you. The fact that you didn't get in, but you still, want to reapply this year, I think is fantastic. One question, guys, that I get asked sometimes is that if you've been rejected from a program, should you, or does it impact you applying in the future, right? And this is definitely something that I'll cover in another video. What I would say is that you want to be careful if you don't have everything that I kind of mentioned on the channel. And remember, the things that I mentioned on the channel, you've got the 5 lies. 5 lies are GPA median or above for the target program, test scores median or above for the target program, 3 amazing letters of recommendation, clinical experience, and practical experience. So for example, me being a clinical psychologist, it would be getting some kind of clinical experience. Why are they called the 5 lies? Because you're usually told that these 5 things will manage to get you into programs. It does not. It does not make you competitive. These are the fundamentals. Everybody who's applying who will actually get in has at least these 5. If you don't have those 5, you don't have one of them, for example, there must be an exceptional circumstance. And the 3 exceptional circumstances, one is really moderate. It won't get you in, but it'll definitely help you, is to be able to have a conference paper, a conference poster, even better, being the organizer of a conference symposium at a recognized national or international conference, especially one where your target supervisor routinely goes to. You can usually find out by taking a look at their CV, see where they usually go. People usually have their own pet conferences that they enjoy attending on an annual basis. In addition to that, publications in peer-reviewed journals or chapters in edited academic books, and in addition to that, personal connections with your target supervisor. So really what we're talking about here is the final one, right? So I think it's awesome that you're already thinking about this, Maria. This is great, right? I'm going to give you a quick answer, and then I'm going to give you a long explanation, okay? So the quick answer is in terms of when you should ask your contact to put you in touch with the target supervisor. As soon as possible. As soon as you have built up enough social capital, as it were, with this person or people that you've been working with in Argentina, fantastic, right? Once you've built that up, think about it like buying a house. When you buy a house, usually you don't buy it in cash. Usually you get a loan from the bank that we call a mortgage, right? And when you get that mortgage, usually you'll put some percentage down. So in the US, for example, it's not abnormal to see people put, 20% down on a house. The thing is, if you put 20% down on the house, you don't own 100% of the house. You own 20%, and then you've got the loan for the remainder. And so because of that, over time, you need to pay back that principal as well as interest on the loan. And so this is the same thing. If you have just started working with this individual in Argentina, you don't know them very well, and especially you have not kind of proven yourself to be an asset to their lab, and you have not proven yourself to be somebody who is a great kind of, a great soldier. Remember, grad school supervisors don't want a general. They want somebody who's going to follow orders and be innovative in their thoughts and such, but they really are looking for somebody who is going to slide right in there with the work that they're already doing and not cause any problems. People may sometimes tell you otherwise, but that's the fact, right? So the idea here is that if you have not built up that much quote-unquote equity in your relationship, then getting that person to refer you will basically just be some generic email about, this is Maria, she's interested in working with you, maybe you guys can chat sometimes, best wishes, whatever their name is, right? That's not very helpful. You want somebody who's going to literally stick their neck out for you. In other words, somebody who is essentially going to say, Maria is the best. You should not even consider any other applicants. She's been working in my lab for the last however long, and she is a phenomenon. You must take her. Forget about everybody else. That's the kind of contact that you want. I remember when I was an undergrad, I did a summer internship specifically with somebody who knew my target supervisor exceptionally well. And I'm not kidding, she accepted a speaking engagement at the university, flew halfway across the country, gave her talk, and then had a full slide, the final slide in her PowerPoint deck, which had a photo of me, all my major accomplishments, and then she handed out copies of my resume, my CV, to everybody who was in attendance. And then she met one-on-one with my target supervisor and said those things that I just mentioned. And the acceptance rate at the university that I applied to was 0.2%. There were over 500 applicants. One person was accepted to the program. It was a double doctoral program. And let me tell you, I have no doubt that that was one of the probably top 3 big things that actually got me in to that exceptionally low acceptance rate university, right? So that's the thing. Once you feel, and it's going to be more of a feeling that you have proven yourself to this contact of yours in Argentina, that's when you should ask them to reach out. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. One thing that you said here is that last year, so this is what you said, last year I hadn't contacted my possible mentors and I didn't get accepted, right? So again, my recommendation, guys, if you're watching this, is as soon as you can, as soon as you know what that target program is. And my recommendation, I had my target program freshman year. The sooner you get the target program, the easier it's going to be to essentially structure your undergraduate years around getting accepted to that program or one of your top, let's say, 3 to 5 programs. And remember, I do not recommend applying to more than 5 programs. Honestly, 3 is a great number, 3 to 5. Anybody who's telling you to apply to 10 to 15 or even more programs is out of their mind. And if you need to know why, just watch other videos on this channel. I go into full details as to why, right? So if the application deadline is December 1st, right? So right now when I'm making this video, guys, it's the middle of May. Trust me, the sooner the better. Why? Because you want on an every quarter basis, so every 3 months, once the target supervisor knows that you're interested in applying to be part of their program, to be one of their grad students, you can essentially every 3 months follow up with them to be able to let them know about the latest and greatest with you. What are the things? Maybe you're working on a senior honors thesis during that time. Maybe you're working on some publications and you want to let them know about it. Maybe they're going to be at a conference conference and you decide that you're going to make the financial investment to go to that conference as well, even if you're not presenting, and you ask whether or not you can buy them a cup of coffee, buy them breakfast, see them at lunch, go to a poster session together where they have free drinks. Usually that happens depending on the conference. I do recommend making financial investments in your future, and a big one of them is going to visit your target supervisor in person, whether that's at a conference, whether that's at the target university. I really do recommend that. Somebody asked me the other day, does it matter if you do like a site tour of your dream university? No, it does not. This is not undergraduate. There is no need to do a site visit of your target graduate school. It does not get you brownie points at all. Okay, so it's just something that you should know. And remember also that just emailing a target supervisor saying, I love your work and I want to be your graduate student, are you accepting students? That is not a personal connection at all. I would say at least 25 to 50% of potential students do that. Is it better than nothing? Absolutely. But that does not constitute, out of the 8 things that I mentioned earlier today, that does not constitute a personal connection. Okay, it will not make you stand out compared to other people, not in a way that'll actually get you accepted to a program. Okay, obviously another financial investment that you can make in your future, regardless of where you are in your undergraduate career, if you want to get into one of these doctoral programs, which in the aggregate, especially for the PhD programs, are harder to get into than medical school in the US, please book please book a one-on-one session with me, because this is a situation where the earlier you can get started, the better, and people rarely have the right advice for them individually about what to do. So that's the reason why I'd love to have a one-on-one session with you. So go ahead, guys, check out the website below. Check out Publication Academy at www.publicationacademy.com. We give a massive discount for current students and faculty members. You can ask me about that by emailing me. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.